Page 6, Gavotte. Cut time, or 2/2 time. No sharps or flats in the key signature, so we're in the key of C major here, I believe. There is at least one accidental for a black key, but okay. Now for the purpose of learning a piece that's in cut time, I put it in 4/4 time to learn it, and then I put it back in cut time after I get it learned. The reason is because the counting is easier if I'm counting quarter notes rather than half notes. This way it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, and the eighth notes are 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And if I do it in cut time, the quarter notes are 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and the eighth notes are 1 and a 2 and a 1 and, forget that. So I'll put it in 4/4 time to talk about it, where a quarter note gets a count, and then we'll put it back in cut time later. At the beginning we have a pickup measure, 2 beats or 2 quarter notes. It's 1 beat in cut time, 2 beats of 4/4. Right hand, let's just make sure we got the notes and the rhythms and the fingering. So here, I'm going to connect everything right now. So here, actually the thumb is here. So it's 3, 4, 1 and 2. Second finger, come up. 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2. So I would recommend this in measure 4. Rather than third finger, use thumb, and then scrunch up and use fifth finger here, and you're back in place. So there. I don't have any awkward. I don't have to do that. I don't like that. I like that much better. Let's go over to measure 8. Well, it's the pickup to measure 8. It's the 2 beats, the eighth notes, 3 and 4 and 3 and 4. Then I measure 9, the first notes with little finger, and then third finger. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and then lift up and come down. Again. Now on measure 12, I don't know why they're giving you this fingering. They want your third finger here. Well, you're here. Just stay where you're at. Thumb there. You've had this fingering up above, it's the same thing. You just reach down with the thumb for measure 13. So just stay here, and you can reach down there when you need it, I hope. Left hand, the beginning down here. 1, B, reach down, and then fourth finger. Now fifth finger on the E. I don't like that. I don't like all this moving around. See, there's different fingering styles playing the piano, and depending on what teacher you get, they'll teach you different styles. I've had different teachers, they each had their own style of fingering. But the advantage of that is I got exposed to several different styles of fingering, so now I've been able to kind of put them together. And one of the principles of fingering that I use is I don't move my hand around anymore and I have to. Well, and the second full measure here, when you're here to here, I would avoid that if I can. And I can too. Simply reach up third finger and then here. And now you're back to what they were doing. The first full measure, the half notes, you're here, here, 5 and then 4, then reach up third finger. And now you're moving all over the place. Good luck with all that. Now when you get to measure 6, now you're going to have to move up, but you can use second finger, not third. You don't have to go as far. Third finger, I got to go all the way here. Second finger, I'm only going to here. I'm only moving a little, so I recommend second finger on that. So on measure 6, you're here, and just come up second. Then you can collapse if you want and use fifth. However, then when you repeat, you're going to go back down to third. But when you go on, they want you to use 1 again. Yuck. So in that case, I suggest for the half note, right before the repeat sign, rather than 1, well, let's go back to measure 7. Here. You can reach up again and do a 3/2. Now you're ready for 1. Of course, if you repeat, you got to go further. I know I'm making it more complicated. Sorry about that. However, sometimes it does that. What you can also do on that for the half note is the first time you play it, use thumb. Second time you play it, use second finger. I'll leave that up to you on how you're going to finger it. I'm just trying to make it so you don't have to go from here to here. So it's up to you on how you want to do that. But I'm going to go 3, 2. And I can do that both times because I can come down here. Big deal. At least it's not the same finger. And then going on, measure 9, 2. Scrunch up, 2. There's that accidental. And then a thumb. Remember that sharp sign is only good for that measure. So that G in the next measure is a natural. So again, for measure 11, thumb, reach under. We're back to the way we were at the beginning. Put the hands together very slowly. It's here. Just make sure we get this counting down. It's important. So it's 3, 4. I'm still counting it in 4/4 time. 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and. I know that sounds weird, but that's what's written. Not my fault. He did it. Let's go back to measure 6 again. Make sure we got the notes, because when it starts sounding a little off, you double check the notes. Measure 6, you're here, and then you're here, here, there. See that? Because you have an E in one hand and an F in the other. I assume it's not a misprint, that's really it. So then you'd repeat, but let's go on right now. That's here. That's an E. So work this out really slowly. Go back to one hand at a time again if you have to. Get rid of the hesitations. The beat needs to be steady. It can be slow, but steady. And we can add the articulations. I'm going to hinge at the wrist. Short staccatos. Now here, in the first full measure, lift up in the right hand, but connect the left. I got staccato on the left, but connect the right. Ooh. So forth. Let's go on. Now you're going to connect all of this. There's no staccatos here. This gives us some variety, some contrast. Because we had the staccatos going on, this is all very smooth and connected. Here we will have both hands lift up. Now we're back to this, and on measure 12, you can lift up if you want to because it's the end of a phrase. Because these two staccato notes are the pickup to a new, it's a new phrase. It's like at the beginning. So it's a new phrase, so don't connect beats 2 and 3 is what I'm saying. Don't do this. Separate them. So sort of work all that out. It's kind of tough. Then add the dynamics, and this is more for the right hand, but actually in this piece you can almost play both hands the same. It's almost like a duet. So it's whatever you think moderately loud is. It's not loud. It's just sort of loud. It's on the loud side of the middle. Whatever. And then at the end of the line there, the last 2 beats in measure 4 are soft. It's like an echo. And then for the pickup of the right before measure 9 after the repeat signs. Now you go back up to moderately loud. Soft. Then moderately loud again. So forth. That's sort of the dynamics. Experiment with them. Get to know it well enough where you're feeling these dynamics. Because you're not going to stay right at one level all the time. You can get a little louder and softer as you feel it. Got to feel it first. You can't feel it when you're still working on mechanical stuff. You got to get past that. Speed-wise, well, now we got to put it in cut time. We want to feel it in 2. 1, 2, 1. And as far as the moderato goes, it's just a moderate feel. And that's the overall feel, that's not the beat. So it's the feel of the piece. Needs to be kind of, it's not fast, it's not slow, it's just in the middle. And it's the feel. And I tend to change phrasing and I tend to experiment as I'm playing it, so I don't play it exactly as it's written, so that's probably not a good example for you. But every time I play something, I play it different because I'm kind of experimenting with it. The phrasing and all that in here is suggestions anyway. I mean, the composer didn't put that stuff in. It's been some editor after the fact. It's just how you feel it. Where do you think the musical sentences are? And that's how you kind of put it together. I'd like to play it with you very slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. Not going to do any dynamics, and I am going to do this in 4/4 time though. I want to go real slow, so I'm going to give us 2 counts. I'm going to go ready and go and then we go, because those are the 2 counts. Ready, go, 2 counts. No? Okay, and then we take off. We're going to do the repeat signs in the whole bit. Ready, go. Repeat. And repeat.